I'm Lynn.
And I'm Leo. Welcome back to Yoga with Lin and Leo.
And welcome to our tutorial. And today we're practicing Krouchasana. So for those of you who have got really stiff legs and stiff hamstrings, then we've got a couple of ways which will help you to practice this pose.
But we should mention that this is not a beginner's pose. So if you are beginning your yoga journey, have a look at some of our other videos, have a look at the 19 days of yoga, have a look at our introductory course so that you can get your body a little more supple before attempting something like this.
So hopefully you're on your mat and we're ready to get started. So
before we start, equipment. We have to keep an eye on them. Right, okay, we're going to need possibly 4 foam pads. You might not need this many, and you can always use folded blankets, but if you're coming up onto a high sport, it would probably be better to have the firmness of the foam pads rather than folded blankets, to be honest.
Yeah, and to be close to a wall.
Yeah, you need to be close to a wall and you need a belt.
Alright, so just to show you the classic pose, Leo is going to use a little bit of support for this. So this is when we take one leg into a Virasana action. So you'll be familiar with this pose, Triangle Mukha Pada Paschimottanasana. We have got several videos with this pose in it. And then we bend the leg, place the hands around, and then straighten the leg. And eventually the leg comes closer and closer and closer towards you, and the head goes towards the leg. So that's all well and good if you've got very pliable hamstrings and the roots of the legs are quite flexible. So we're going to show you a way that can help you to work towards this pose. So if you turn yourself to the wall and just place another foam pad and turn yourself around. Now this pose can be practiced very badly by a stiff body. So we're just going to show you a few ways how to try to get some movement into Krouchasana. So you can see that Leo is close to the wall. We're going to place the leg onto the wall. Now it may be this throws you a little bit. You may find that this throws you out. So if that's the case, you need your belt. And you need to place your belt around the foot and pull on the foot and lift up through the center of the body and get this action. So it's quite a strong action. If you're able to take your hands around the foot itself and then do. And eventually within your practice, you will be able to see if you can just pick this off of the wall. So it's a really strong action. So that's maybe once you've practiced a little at this. However, if you come into this position and you are dropping, so you can see this action, this is not a good position. Here the legs bent, here's the back arching in the wrong way. So how you come into this action is to go a little bit higher and then still the same leg action and take the leg to the wall, and this will lift your spine a little more and create an accessible action for Krouchasana. You can see here how the practice is coming. So whichever way you are practicing, do see that there's a straightness of the spine and there's a lift through the center of the body, and this lifted leg is absolutely straight and strong. So we're just going to do the other side. So if you are following us, then do make sure you even yourself up, and you'll be able to see a little bit closer to the camera here. So extending the leg up, holding the belt or the foot. It may be that when you're in this position, you're slightly lifted, then you can hold on to the foot and extend up. So this is really preparational work for Krouchasana, just preparing for the pose, and we will be putting out a video shortly to show you the next stages. And then release it. Okay, so that's Krouchasana.
It is a very demanding pose, so don't push yourself in this, and if you find that your hamstrings are a bit tight, go back to the standing poses. I know we're always saying this, but they are the foundation of your practice, and if you try something and it's a little difficult for you, go back, practice your standing poses. A few months later, come back to this, and you'll be surprised how you've moved along.
Definitely. Consistency.
Okay, so thank you for joining us today. Do have a look at some of our other videos. We've put some out recently. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is about our ebook. We haven't mentioned that in the last few videos. So recently we've put out an ebook which is Yoga for the Stressed Body. It's on Amazon. In various countries you can get it, so
yes.
It's not just the UK, but if you look it up you'll be able to find it, and let us know what you think, comment underneath, and there's a link to that in the description underneath. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.